start talking, let me break down this whole TEOFIMO LOPEZ shit, because you guys got to understand how the media works. All right, first things first, let me connect some dots, okay? If you notice anything, other than talking derogatory about black fighters, don't nobody interview TEOFIMO LOPEZ or Rolly Romero, okay? They only get these dudes in front of cameras to talk shit about black fighters. If it's not true, then why don't they do it to somebody else? Teo talk about handicapped fighters, okay? Did he not see the Kovalov fight? Okay, does he not see everybody else when they do their bullshit? See, if you have a record of speaking the truth and spraying it in every direction, there's nothing I can say. But when I can cloak a pattern with you, and specifically Teo, even when he beat Loma, he always has something to say about Crawford. He always has something to say about Spence. He always has something to say about Haney. He always has something to say about Gervonta Tank Davis. Who and what they're not doing in the competition that they're fighting. Let me tell you why that's so asinine with somebody like TEOFIMO LOPEZ. Because you happen to be friends with the most bummest fighter in boxing, who just got beat by an opponent who looks like an extra from the cast of The Walking Dead. Yes, no? I think so. So for you to have such this critical eye and this critical mind, and yet you just seen one of your best friends just get handed a free fight and got beat by an old man, and you said nothing, but yet you got something to say every time about a Devin Haney, about a this person, about a that person, about a, you ain't got nothing to say about Canelo, you ain't got nothing to say about nobody else. That's the only reason why people like TEOFIMO LOPEZ gets to get put in front of cameras, because they know that they're going to say this. See, the media uses them in the same way. See, just as like you see these YouTube channels pander and stuff like that, well, these boxing media channels that, you know, got direct interviews or whatever, they pander too. You know what I'm saying? And even to their people. They just use him. That's why whenever it's time to talk derogatory, who do they go get? Him or Rolly Romero? Every single time. But Teo has no ground to talk shit just off the fact that you cool with the biggest bum in boxing, bro. So how are you going to critique or say anything? And this is the other thing. If you ask me, you still mad about Crawford stealing your spot in the Creed 3 movie, huh? Huh? Whose fault is that? Okay, you ain't never talked about that. You ain't never brought that up. You know, TEOFIMO LOPEZ is on the Duck Chronicles. I'm going to leave the description in the box below. You know what I'm saying? You on the Duck Chronicles. Or maybe did you forget this? Because I hear all this ducking and all this stuff like that. Maybe you forgot right after you promised and you shook hands that you was going to fight Devin Haney. Literally 3 days later, you got back on camera saying, I'm not passing shit. This is my Kobe year. I'm finna ball hog. Isn't that what you said? I'm going to ball hog. TEOFIMO LOPEZ don't got no grounds to say nothing about nobody. And this is the funny part. Teo be talking about all that, my black ancestors and all that shit. And yet you didn't hesitate to do the same thing, which it's no secret to nobody in boxing that the black fighters get the shit end of the stick. They always got to do more. They always got to prove more. Anybody who don't want to admit that, they just not comfortable with telling the truth. But we all know that. All races know that. We all know that. So for you to be talking that shit and be part of the same element in which takes away, it makes no sense. And if I might add, why are you on the coattail of these same black fighters that you say the media is showing too much attention to? Now you needing them for you to get paid. You know what I'm saying? But are you just clout chasing? Like you was clout chasing Gervonta Tank Davis. Like you was clout chasing Devin Haney. Because it's obviously you've been doing it, because one thing's for sure, Devin Haney would have fought you. We all know that. And we all seen you backed out. It's on camera. So anything that he's saying about Crawford, that's something else that the media likes to use. Trust me, man, I understand the grand chessboard like no other. That's something else that the media want to use, and they want to put them up front and bring this, he's injured, he's that. You want to know why? Because you guys are putting up with a fight for the fact that they're trying to smooth over Crawford with Anui. This is how they use those tentacles and those elements. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they feeling that. They feel, okay, get these guys over here. They always got something to say. And then this is what's going to get put up. And then this is what they're going to talk about. And boom, I end up talking about it. You see how it works? So it ain't nothing but a motherfucking rat race. But they run loops and hoops around everybody else. But I see straight through they shit like a screen. I swear to God. Okay? But as far as Teo go, he hurt. He fucked up. He thought he was going to do something big. He got a big head. He fucked up his position. He desperate for money. This, and that. He garbage manning it out. He's doing this. He's spraying the stuff everywhere. He ain't making himself look no better. Go fight Jermaine Ortiz, bro. Go do your thing. But he always got something to say about a black fighter and never critical of nobody fucking else. That is something that I constantly notice about TEOFIMO Lopez and Rolly Romero. That's when I figured they use y'all for dog whistles. See, I look beyond shit. So I know exactly what this is, and he ain't serious about none of that. They just know it's a group of people who stay in line to hate on a black fighter. And they use that wave and they ride it and they manipulate it, and they'll be that guy that'll say what you want them to say because we know that you don't like this real group. But as far as getting the attention from me, I can't generate it myself. That's why I'm begging these guys and trying to cipher attention from these guys and try to cipher juice from these guys because I can't generate it myself. I'm not critical of nobody else, but I'm sure as hell critical of them and everything that they do and how they do it. Even when they're doing good. He was talking shit even when Crawford and Errol Spence was doing good. I'm the big guy. They're behind me. This is what he was saying. He got a mental problem, bro. Point blank and period. But he's getting exactly what he deserves. And let him go over there and just keep crying, because the time for illusion and bullshit and discrediting people when you post, that shit is over with. The veil is getting lifted on that. You had to be able to tell. Can't you feel it? Can't you tell the times? Can't you see what's going on? Okay? All the hoe ass motherfuckers and the fuck boys, y'all done had y'all time. Y'all done had a good old motherfucking time. Y'all done had a good jolly old fucking time. Okay? That's not how the world works though, man. The world moves in cycles. Things goes up, things go down. This ain't gonna be your time no matter how you want to slice it, no matter what you want to say. The truth gonna have its day. And that's just where we're at right now. So all that bullshit that been going on, all that previous before, that shit ain't gonna fly right around now. You can forget that shit. You forget that shit. If you ain't real, your ass is gonna sink out here. Like I said, fuck boys, y'all done had a great little fucking run. You can't say that you didn't, okay? It's the real motherfuckers' era time. It's our time back again. That's what y'all don't understand. We stood by and let y'all do all the whole shit y'all needed to in the world, okay? It ain't that time. It's a new day, bruh. Fuck all that whole shit. Man up. Stop being a bitch. Remember? Just like you told Deontay Wilder, stop being a bitch. Okay? TEOFIMO Lopez, stop being a bitch. Okay? Man up and handle your shit like Crawford handled his, and maybe you be in his situation. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.